Hello guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. In today's video, I'm going to show you how I trade gold. I will show you how I use supply and demand strategy on gold. As you all know, if you get a very good strategy that you can use on gold, I'm telling you, you will make a lot of money on gold. And if you fail to find a good strategy to use on gold and you are trying to trade gold, I'm telling you the truth, gold is gonna deal with you. I don't usually trade gold. I trade gold once in a while because gold has actually dealt with me very long time ago. So before I trade any setup on gold, I make sure that the setup is very valid before I even think of entering any trade on gold. So today I'll be showing you how I made this trade on gold. I actually took this trade and I want to show you how I took the trade. So as you can see here, this is gold 4 hours time frame, and from what you can see here, you can see that price is now in a downtrend, and like they always say, the trend is your friend till it ends. So as gold is in a downtrend, what am I going to be looking for? I will be looking for my short opportunities. I will be looking to short the market. So what can we see right here? You can see gold is moving down. We got this pullback, price pulls back, and you can see price breaks lower, breaking this structure. So we got this break of structure. So I have to type the break of structure out for those that are just joining my channel for the first time. And mind you, if you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing to this channel because I'll keep shooting videos that contains a lot of information that will actually help you become a better trader. So this is our break of structure. So when we get this break of structure, what will I look for? I start looking for my supply zones. As you can see, price broke structure with candle, multiple bearish candles with momentum. Now we're going down to look for our supply zone. So this candle, this bullish candle here before momentum kicked in, was our supply zone. And if you look very closely, you can see that this bearish candle here doesn't have any momentum. Even this one doesn't have momentum, but this one right here has a very long wick, so I'll be including the whole of the candle as my supply zone. So when I got this my supply zone, you can see very clearly we got a break of structure, and I've mapped out my supply zone. What will I be waiting for? I will be waiting for price to return back to my zone, and I will look at how price is returning back to my zone, and the way price returns back to my zone determines the way I will approach this trade. So let's press price forward and see what happens. Okay, what can you see right now? Price is returning back to my zone with very large momentum, but as you can see closely, price hasn't tapped into my zone, so I will still be patiently waiting for price to tap into my zone. Before we even talk about price tapping into my zone, what can we clearly see here? You can see that liquidity is resting below here. You can see it very clearly that liquidity is resting below here because we got these equal lows and price didn't take out this liquidity before coming to my zone. So when I found this liquidity, so when I saw this liquidity resting below my zone, this gives me the confidence that price will actually come back to target this liquidity, because we all understand that liquidity means money. So those that are buying from this low, their stop loss will be placed below this low, and now they have made a lot of profit. Some of them have locked in their profits, and others, their stop loss are still placed below here. So when I finally get my entry, I will target this liquidity. Price will come back to clear this liquidity resting below this low. So remember, this is gold. When I trade gold with carefulness, because gold can actually burn you. If you don't trade gold with your eyes open, man, I'm telling you, gold can actually burn you. So let's press price forward and see what happens here. You can see price hasn't tapped into our zone yet, and now we have seen a deep tap into this zone. So when price tapped into my zone, some trade with risk entry, when they identify their supply or demand zone, they actually place their stop loss at the zone, waiting for price to come, tag them into the trade and move to a direction. Even if I try using the risk entry on other pairs, I can't try it on gold. So when price tapped into my zone, what will I do? I go down to my lower time frame to look for confirmations that will tell me, yes, that price is actually ready to move to my predicted direction. So what can I see here? Price already have a reaction. This reaction alone tells you that this zone is likely to hold price, but I haven't gotten any confirmation yet. So what I will do is that I go down to my 15 minutes time frame to look for my confirmation. Other people have different time frame they use for their entry confirmation, but for me, the way I trade, I usually go down to my 15 minutes time frame for my confirmation. So let's get there now. Okay, so what can we clearly see? You can see price is trending up in our lower time frame. You can see this is a 15 minutes time frame, and price is forming higher highs and higher lows. You can see it very clearly. Price is in an uptrend, and what will I be looking for to enter this trade? So what is the confirmation do I need to see before I will enter this trade? Like for those that have been following me for a very long time, they understand how I approach my entry when price taps into my zone. You can see this is higher high and higher lows, higher high and higher lows. So what do I need to see? As you can see clearly here, we are getting multiple break of structures. You can see it very clearly that price is breaking the previous structures, which tells you that we are still in an uptrend. What do I need to see? I need to see price move down lower, breaking this higher low. Once price breaks this higher low, this is what I call my change of character. So when I got this change of character, it gives me the expectation that price is now ready to start moving lower. You can see it, price is forming higher high, higher high. This is our higher lows, and now price has broken our higher low, which gives us a change of character. So when we get this change of character, what do? I map out my lower time frame supply zone. When I map out my lower time frame supply zone, what do I see? I see price coming back to the supply zone before it moves our direction. So when price comes back to the supply zone, my sell order is already in place. So once price taps into the zone, it triggers my order and moves to my predicted direction. So this is how I approach price when it returns back to my zone. And you can clearly see here that price is in an uptrend, making higher highs, higher lows. This is a higher high. So what do I need to see? I need to see price break this low. If price breaks this low, then I will look for my supply zone. And if price fails to break this low, pulls back here and continues moving higher, I'm not ready to trade yet, because price hasn't given me a clear confirmation that there is gonna be a change of trend in this lower time frame. So this is my low, and I'll press price forward to see what happens. What can you see? Price has broken our low. You can see very clearly that price just broke our low, and since price broke our low, what are we gonna be looking for? We're gonna be looking for our supply zones. So this is a very good supply zone, but I won't be interested in that supply zone because I have a hidden zone right here. This is very clear. A hidden zone is located right here, and I'll be more interested in trading with this hidden zone because it is the most recent zone before this break of structure. And if you can see it clear, let's go down to the 5 minutes time frame so you can see the hidden zone clearly and know why I called it a hidden zone. So you can see right here, you can see we have bearish candle before this move. So this is a hidden zone, and I'm interested in trading with this zone. So I can actually refine the zone, including these two bearish candles before the bullish move that broke this structure. So let's go back to our 15 minutes time frame and see how I got involved in this trade. So this is my zone right here, my lower time frame zone, and right now I have the confidence to place my sell order because I have gotten the change of character, which tells me that price is likely to move lower. So here I've entered my trade and I've placed my order right here, and this is my target. The liquidity resting below this zone is my target. You can see the liquidity, that is my target. I didn't actually waited for price to take out the liquidity when I was trading. I took my profit right here. I couldn't wait, you know, gold can do things. So I was actually locking in my profits. When it got here, I left the trade. I wasn't interested in the trade anymore. The right way to do this is to target the liquidity resting below these lows, and for some other people you can actually lock in your profits and see how price continues to move. You can't predict gold. Gold can move to a very far direction. So let's play price forward and see what actually happens. You can see price is still pushing down. Price continues to push down, but we are not in the trade yet, and price continues to move, and now we are getting a pullback. You can see we are not yet in the trade. You can see it very clearly. but our order is in place. So we still have patience. You know, this is trading. Patience is one of the keys. You have to have patience, wait for price, don't chase the price. If actually price continue to move lower and it doesn't return back to my zone, I might let it go. Don't chase price. That's the best way to trade. Don't chase price. So I continue to wait. I waited for a very long time before I got the tap into my zone. So let's keep playing price forward to see what actually happens. As you can see, price is now returning to my zone, and finally I'm in a trade. You can see very clearly price taps into my zone, and now I'm in a trade. So when I got into the trade, price starts to return back to my zone. I was, wow, what's happening? This should be moving to my predicted direction. This happens. That's how it works. Most times you don't get a straight move. Sometimes you still get few pullbacks before price starts moving to your zone, and sometimes you might get taken out of your trade. Accept it and move on. That's how trading works. You won't win all your trades. So price pushed lower, and now it starts moving to my predicted direction. You can see it very clearly. Price starts to push to my predicted direction, and I was actually locking in my profits. Immediately price starts moving, man, I moved my stop loss to break even. I don't need story. You can see price came lower, smashed our take profits, and you can see when price took out the liquidity resting below here, price starts to pull back. You can see very clearly price starts to pull back. But when I was in this trade, I actually took my profits right here. I couldn't wait because I thought here would be very reactive, so I took my profits right here. So this is how I actually trade gold. This is the strategy I trade, and this was how I made money on this trade. So you can go practice this strategy. This is strategy I trade. If you are new to the channel, you can go watch my other videos where I teach people how to trade using supply and demand. And if you're new to the channel, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. This is still me, Solomon Wisdom, aka Born to Trade. Thanks for watching this video.